Wilding out here, man. You know, all these animals, man. These animals, man. We dealing with these animals, man. Anyway, let's get to this. Physical standards of your appearance. Physical appearance standards. I've said that all backwards. You know, men actually have they have certain types of pressure to maybe fit the standard of beauty of what people see on TV, what they prop up as, men that are this that has this model look, or the celebrities that are out there that seem to be a little bit more, or what the quote unquote attractive look is. Men go through that same exact type of thing, just like women, that there's this appearance standard, and you're fighting against that. And if you don't look a certain way, or if you're not a certain height, or if you're not a certain type of build, or if you're not a certain kind of color, or you don't have no hair, or you do have hair, or your face with acne, or you have some type of asymmetric about the way your eyes are, all that crazy nonsense. Men have that same type of pressure of believing that there is a beauty standard that's out there. And I can't keep I keep going back to the same. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, because a lot of this stuff, again, it comes back to confidence. Now, just because you don't necessarily look like whoever the person that they're putting up as this beauty standard, just because you don't look like that individual, doesn't mean that you don't have certain attributes that are going to enable you to actually look more attractive to young women than what that person looks like. Because I tell you one thing, sometimes if you talk to some women, sometimes you ask them about their preference, and they may see a guy like whoever's supposed to be this good looking guy or whatever. And sometimes women will tell you that, nah, that's not really my type, because maybe they think that this guy's a player. They think this guy's full of himself. He's more conceited. He's more into himself than he would be into you as the woman. Some women will surprise you and tell you that, yeah, okay, maybe the cat is nice to look at or whatever, but they also, like, with that comes with some problems. That comes with issues. And the other thing is that not everybody can look like however this quote unquote standard of beauty is. Not everybody can look like that. It's only it's a very small percentage of the people that they put up into into the limelight, into view, where everybody is seeing these individuals, and it's a very small percentage. Everybody else is going to look, if you, for lack of better words, normal. They're going to look a little bit normal. Now, again, beauty is an eye of the beholder, but just know that a lot of women may not have an attractiveness to some of these individuals who look like they should be at the top of the mountain of beauty. So don't discount yourself, that maybe somehow, some way, if you don't look the part, you don't have all these different types of features, that somehow, some way, that women are not going to be attracted to you. When you do that, you defeated yourself right off the rip. Right off the rip. Women are not all that vain. And even the ones who may be that vain, again, they put themselves in a situation where you just a dime a dozen to these guys who are on this attractive list. All these women may want them, but these guys are only looking for certain women that they think that are attractive or that they want on their hip. And some of these guys are like, you know what? You may not be what I even think as somebody that I need to be looking in that direction because of your character. Some of these guys have, you know, some standards themselves, which may surprise women. Some of them may be like, yeah, you know what? I kind of don't like the way that you're approaching me and you're treating me like an object. So the most important thing for you to beautify yourself, as I've talked about in other videos, is making sure that your appearance looks halfway decent. It goes back to that also. You make sure that you're fairly clean. You make sure that you groom yourself. You make sure that you're paying attention to when you come out the house and throughout the day. Your posture, you know, that holds a hand. That comes into a factor of whether women think that you're attractive, because again, they look at your posture and they're like, man, if you all slumped over, you look like you're not somebody who's either athletic or you appear to be someone who's a little weaker. Women look at these things. You know, a funny thing, man. Go look at the animal kingdom. Like I said, how I'm battling these animals out here. Go look at the animal kingdom. Look at some of those videos in the animal kingdom, and you'll see all these rituals, all these different things. It's fascinating just watching these animals and how they do all these different things to get mates. It's crazy. You know, spinning around, and they have to change their colors, and, you know, they have to do all kind of, you know, mating calls and all kind of crazy stuff. It's how women are too. Like, you've been out and about in public, and you'll look at some dude and you'll look at his woman and you'll be like, how the heck did he pull this woman? Now, yeah, there's the money thing. You know, there's the, you know, whether or not you are intimately, you know, have a prowess. I don't even know if that's the word to be using, but if you are strong intimately, you know, that's somewhat attractive women. But I'm talking about first appearance. First appearance. And look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. The freak. Everybody will sit up here and say, man, how the heck did this cat pull Beyonce? But it was this. Jay-Z, whatever, whether you want to believe it or not, obviously there was something beyond the physical look. And yes, he had fame and notoriety and stuff like that, but she was already doing her thing at that level herself. And she chose to be with this cat. So, like I said, don't discount yourself. Don't ever discount yourself. You have to have a stronger belief in yourself to know that, hey, if you approach somebody or the person that you want to be with, you may not be with that specific person, but the person, some young lady that you choose to be with, as you're going through your, you know, what do they call that thing? As you're courting. Yeah. As you're going through your courting period, they're looking at other things that are going to that will help build a foundation of having a better mate, especially in this time. In this day and age, why so many women aren't getting pregnant no more, or they're looking for some much more respectable, much more, you know, moral oriented, standard oriented. They're looking for a much deeper male than what they were looking at before in the past. Now they're like, hey, you know what? I'll hold off. I'll wait. I'm not going to do anything with nobody. because now they are actually absolutely putting emphasis on the quality of individual that they are looking to be with. That is taking precedence over everything else. That quality of are you a man who really has all the qualities and the attributes that they're probably looking more as a suitor. They're looking at you as a suitor now. And so those days of looking all attractive and all other stuff, I'm not saying that they're not still there, but women are starting to become a lot more selective now. So the myth of the attractiveness and the beauty and the physical standard and all this other stuff, don't get caught up with what you see online and what you see that people are promoting. Don't get caught up with that, because that's a small percentage of what the population is actually really dealing with. You can get fooled with so much stuff that you see online that are being presented to you in shows, reality shows and stuff like that. You can get fooled with that stuff. That's not the real world. Real world is a lot different. So live in the real world. Don't live in this freaking world right here. You know what I mean? On that note, I got to go do the thing what I got to do at the park like I always normally do. And on that note, I'm going to catch y'all on the next note. Peace.